She's doing that. All right, y'all. First of all, happy holidays. Hello. I look at all these beautiful faces. I'm clicking through the pages. So welcome, welcome, welcome to our amazing KW Maps coaching community, and welcome to our exciting holiday call. This is going to be Dusty and Molly style. So watch out. We're going to bring some energy because I don't know if you know anything about Dusty and Molly. We're excited about lots of things. No one's as excited about getting to chat with y'all as we are, though. So we are super stoked to be chosen as your coaches today. My name is Molly Mattos. I am a MAPS Bold coach and the coach of K-Score and KW Prep. And I also run a mega team of mega awesome individuals in the beautiful city of Asheville, North Carolina, up in these gorgeous mountains. I am joined today by my very, very dear friend and the president, of Bold, Dusty Oglesby. Dusty, what do they need to know about you as we get started today?
Hey, team, as Molly said, it is such an honor to be with each and every single one of you today. And what a gift to be able to coach beside one of my favorite people on the planet, Molly Mattos. So, Molly, I'm so excited, so honored. As she said, my name is Dusty. And I say this all the time. Maybe the joke gets old. I don't know. My brother's name is Rusty. And I say it's a joke. That's not a joke. My brother's name really is Rusty. And when your brother's name's Rusty, you sound like I do. They don't allow you to be from North Carolina. You have to be from Texas. So I'm from Plano, Texas. And I've been with KW for my entire career of real estate for the last 11 years. I have learned life in this company, business, legacy right here. And this is home, and it'll always be home. I'm a mega agent, a Bold coach. And as Molly said, I have the humbling honor of being the director of Bold as well. And it's a true gift to be with you today. Thank you, number one, for the opportunity to walk alongside you today. Thank you also for trusting us to be able to partner with you as we step into this market and the market that's coming. So we're going to go ahead and dive in and get started. So let's start off, first of all, with some gratitude. And this gratitude 100% goes out to you. All of you for just showing up. Come on, give yourselves a big hand for showing up, okay? The simple act of showing up right now to invest in yourself, to give yourself the opportunity for better, for being so invested in your own growth and your own happiness. That's a huge accomplishment just as you start today, all right? And here's what we know. Life gets busy, right? And when life is busy, honestly, sometimes just showing up for yourselves can be tough to do so. So be sure to give yourself props. You know, I'm like, give them a whoop, okay? Give yourself some props. Follow through with that gift you gave yourself today by being engaged and paying attention right here, right now, okay? Education without implementation is just entertainment. That's what Gary teaches us, right? Education without implementation is just entertainment. Gary Keller tells us that all the time. And even though I know Molly and I are incredibly good looking and we're super entertaining, this class will be a waste of your precious time if you don't get settled in, get focused, remove all the distractions, team. Like, take this fancy thing, all right, put it over to the side, put it face down, and get dialed in for the next 50 minutes. We're going to pour everything we've got into you to learn, all right? Molly?
Fantastic. Dusty. So let's start it off right, y'all. In our teeny little blip of time, think about how big the world is. In this little hour that we get to spend together, you're going to have an experience, right? Each one of you, 200 something people now, and then 500 something later, you're going to hear stuff, you're going to learn, you're going to have an opportunity to participate, to make decisions, and to act on what you learn and what you hear. Very, very important point. I want everyone to tune into this. You're going to hear our passion in a big, big way today. Our passion for Bold, for coaching, for mindset, for this journey. You're going to hear it and you're going to feel it, no doubt. And I want each of the beautiful faces on here to know this. Please know that we genuinely love this stuff because we've had the gift of this journey and we have authentically changed our lives, our businesses, our minds over the years, focusing on the progress that we're going to talk about today. So when you hear us coach you to take action or to change your thinking, or you hear something different, or it makes you go, I just want to really beg you today to listen, to be open to what you hear today, and allow yourself the opportunity to take a stand for better. I promise y'all, better is, well, it's better, right? So with that, let's go ahead and dive in. Dusty, what can they expect today? What are they going to learn?
Hey team, so today, here's what we're doing. We're going to help you today, right now, make a plan to create the you that conquers 2023. It's a brand new year coming up. You have everything it takes to succeed at the highest level. So for us today, though, we're going to coach you to the fundamental daily points that are going to help you create and recreate each day that growing human that is going to rule your world next year in 2023. And fundamentally, here's what we know: mindset matters. We're going to chat here through a little intro, get a little foundation set, and then highlight just 3 simple things today. 3 simple things as you walk away today. 3 simple things to follow each day and every day to start your day right. It's how we start. These are going to be the tips to set, to reset, to grow, and then to repeat. All right. It's like washing your hair. Okay. Right. It's for the best results, you lather, you rinse, you repeat. Okay. I guarantee you it's the repeat part that makes the very, very best. That's how my hair look like this. All right.
That's right.
Okay. So here's what we know. Today, we're going to set a foundation for setting your mindset, resetting your mindset, growing your mindset, and then repeating that process over and over and over again. Because no matter your current surroundings, right? COVID, the market, the inventory, the stock market, kids, retirement, sickness, all of it, you name it, a journey brings movement. So first, as we get started today, have faith in being moved by the lessons you learn, no matter where you are on the path of this journey.
That's what I'm talking about, Dusty. It doesn't matter where you are on the path of your mindset journey. This is yours, right? We're going to get moved together. In fact, one of my very favorite quotes in the whole world, I love this author. I don't know how many of you have ever heard of Jeffrey Gitomer. Jeffrey Gitomer is one of my favorite authors, mostly because all of his books have little cartoons and they're super easy to read. And I love cartoons and I love things that are simple. He has this beautiful book called The Little Gold Book of Yes Attitude. And he teaches in this book, he says, positive attitude is defined as the way you dedicate yourself to the way you think. I'll say that one more time because it's a cool quote. Positive attitude is defined as the way you dedicate yourself to the way you think. Now, here's the cool thing that he says in this book. The definition for a negative attitude is exactly the same. Mind blowing, right? It's about what we are focused on. In fact, in bold, we say what you focus on. Yeah, I just heard 223 people say expands, right? Everybody, if you're in a quiet room and you just yelled it out, the people behind you are like, ah, what you focus on expands. So in our minutes together, I want you to focus on the way you're thinking. In fact, let's first start with the way you're thinking right now, right? Many of you might have your email up, you got your Candy Crush, your Facebook, your Amazon, you're doing some last minute shopping, you're doing 34 things at once because maybe your mind is saying, at least I'm here, I don't have time to do just one thing. Or you might have your video off because you're thinking, I look bad, I'm in the car, my kids run around, I ain't got no pants on, I'm distracted, whatever, right? There's a million different things that are driving the way you act right now. Those thoughts will impact and potentially define. I want y'all to hear that word, define what you learn and how you experience in this time together. So we're going to do a fun experiment. I'm going to encourage you to participate in this experiment that we're going to do together. And I'm going to encourage you to adopt some thoughts that are going to support your growth just in our next 45 minutes or so together. This is going to help. So participate at a high level. In a second, not yet, you're going to repeat after me inside your head, not out loud. I'm asking you to adopt a thought, kind of like a coached affirmation. So when I say go, I want you to just repeat after me. You can even close your eyes if it makes it easier for you. Just repeat after me. Ready, set, go. I will be present, truly present and focused on this learning experience for the full duration because this is a fun and safe learning space and I deserve this growth. There. Now, seriously, don't you feel better? A little more focused, a little more present? So here's the good news. You can keep that up. Here's the tough news. It takes conditioning. Condition yourself to get some of our focus back. If that's all you take away from this call is you go, oh, cool. I was able to shut everything down for 45 minutes, put my phone away and invest in myself. Because here's the truth about your thoughts. They are always conditioning you. One way or another, your thoughts are conditioning you for growth and positivity, or they're conditioning you for complacency and comfort. It's okay to have both, y'all. It's not okay to not know the difference. Right, Dusty?
Come on. Know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so team, this is this concept, right? This choice attitude is what we're talking about here, has been a foundational mindset piece that we as collective humanity, we have had access to for decades and centuries. Think about it. Orson Swett Martin said in the 1916 book, Victorious Attitude, to think you can creates the force that can. I'll say that again. To think you can creates the force that can. We can think and grow rich, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can win friends and influence people. Heck, Molly, we can go all the way back to we can seek and you shall find. Mm-hmm. And we see that the positive mindset has been a personal growth must do literally from the beginning of time. So why don't we just do it? Right? That's the question. Anybody asking that question there? Like, I get it. Why don't we just do it? Here's why. Because it's hard. Because it's not easy, because it's tough, because it's painful. It has moments that are full of failures, right? That's why in this sense, mindset growth and intention isn't about the chosen few. Here's what Gary tells us. It's not about the chosen few. It's about the few who choose and fail, who choose and fail, and choose and fail. You want to keep going? Choose and fail, right? We get a whole concept, right? So to grow from this experience today, please know that you got to first make the hard choice, a choice attitude, right? Knowing that this journey isn't always for the faint of heart. It's not always fun. It's not always easy. There's not necessarily a finish line, no medal, no trophy. Yet along the way, you're going to earn prizes. They're going to show up in the lessons that you learn, the people that you help, and the you become along the journey. Whether it's this tiny piece of learning time we have together right now, or the choices you'll make for the rest of the day, the rest of this week, the end of a pandemic, your career, your life, your legacy, you have to decide each and every day that you are worth the daily effort. Because truly, here's what we know. It has taken years to develop the mindset that you have today, right? Mm-hmm. Think about that. Depending on your age, you have been conditioning yourself for this moment, this year, for that many years. Now, I want you to think about that. You've been conditioning yourself for this moment, this year, for that many years. So whether you've been working on it purposefully for many of you, those years, or maybe today is really just the first or second time that you're tuning all the way in and into your awareness. Your mindset has been developed for that many years. Wow. The fun thing is that if you think your mindset has room to improve and you're worth that improvement, you can make the choice today to get after it. But mind the gap. It doesn't happen overnight, all right? Like, you're not going to get off this call and be like, oh, I got to figure it all out. Woo. Right? Okay? You got to make sure that it's a journey to develop the mindset you desire, the mindset that you love, and the mindset that's going to serve you, serve your goals, and serve your people.
Man, Dusty, I love that you said develop, right? This is about developing, creating the you. So mindset really, really does matter. So let's get down to these 3 tips for my beautiful note takers. I see you. I love you. Tip number 1, and remember, these are going to be foundational things. We want you to just look at these words every single day. So tip number 1 is be committed. 2 M's, 2 T's. Be committed. That's a hard one. I know. I don't know why. It looks funny with the 2 M's and the 2 T's. That's the way to spell it. Be committed, and be committed to being patient with that commitment. Like Dusty just said, that the you desire to become is going to show up when you work on that person daily. It doesn't happen overnight. My biggest hope, I know Dusty's is too, is that each one of you is going to make a plan after today and seize the opportunity to wake up every single morning as a better version of yourself. The simplicity of that, right? Yet we all know success is simple. Not easy, right? Exactly, right? How many of you, by show of hands, have heard of Chris Nikic and the Chris Nikic story? There we go, Sarah. That's what I'm talking about. 1% better. All right. I see quite a few hands up. Several people. Okay, good. So tune in here, folks. This is really important instruction time. we're going to watch, and you've never ever heard this in the history of all of the calls that we do, that we're actually going to watch a little video together. There is a reason that folks don't usually allow this and don't usually do it. However, Dusty and I got a special okay for this because this is one of the most impactful videos you will ever see. And it is a 13-minute video. You don't have to go anywhere. All you have to do is stay here and stay focused. So remember that gift you're going to give to yourself. If you tend to be one of those people who's like seen it, heard it, no, put your stuff even farther away. Stand up if you have, do something, because this next 13-minute video is going to be so incredibly impactful. So plan to take notes. Maybe set a goal for yourself to fill up a half a page or a full page. Be committed. That's tip number 1, right? And stay in this space. I'm going to warn you, there's going to be a few interruptions for a couple commercials. We got to pay the man. Again, though, Dusty and I are here to help coach you to stay focused. The gift of what you'll learn from this video is enormous. Yet you've got to be present to receive the gift. So give yourself a little pep talk, put away those lingering distractions you might still be choosing, and choose you while we get this video going. I'm going to do all of my amazing tech skills that I know, and we're going to watch this together. Here we go.
Woo.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
How we doing?
Oof.
How we doing? You guys see why we took 13 minutes? That's why we took 13 minutes. Come on, man. Hey, let's just hear from a couple of you. What are just 2 or 3 of you? What'd you learn? What'd you get? I know a lot of you are putting things in the chat box. 1 or 2 of you just come off mute real quick and tell us. Liliana, go ahead.
Hi, Liliana from Orlando, Florida. I love when he said, calm down, take a breath, keep going. I'm a marathon runner myself. So when you hit a wall, I know it's easy to give up on your dreams. And we just have to always find a way to push through the wall because there's always another side.
That's right.
We
Get on the
can't
other
give
side,
up.
right? Push through the pain, right? Somebody else, 1 more.
Dusty, I love that plan he had with the on the wall for every day.
That's right. Did you guys see that?
Incredible.
Okay. Hey, everybody hear us. It didn't just happen. There was a plan, right? What do high achievers do? They plan their work and then they work their plan, right? And then we hear that 1% better. Molly and I, and I'm sure many of you have gotten to be on a Zoom call before with Dan Grieve, and a couple of things he said is, number 1, he said, as they were doing push-ups, he said that doing push-up number 5 was harder than doing push-up number 300. Why? Because the conditioning, right? The moving past the hard gets us to that next space. You heard him talk about fake pain and real pain, right? That fake pain goes away when you stop doing the activity, that real pain doesn't. You saw how his coaches, right? What does Gary Keller teach us? That no one succeeds alone. And that in those moments of pain, we've got to fight through those moments of pain and get to the other side. Did you hear that even in full pain, when they kind of changed the plan a little bit and started running for 10 cones and walked for 2, that they ran the second half of the marathon faster than they did the first in full pain? Just think about that for a minute. Here's my question to you today. Can you get 1% better? Can we get 1% better? 1% better in our mindset, 1% better in our heart set, 1% better in our spirit, 1% better in our relationships, 1% better in our business, in our listing presentation, in our buy. We can get 1% better everywhere. 1% better. There's an old saying that says this. It says, after my house burned down, I saw the moon more clearly. Now I want you to think about that mindset, right? After my house burned down, I saw the moon more clearly. Are you conditioning your mind to think like that? Are you looking for the good? Because after all, we can find what we can only find what we're looking for. And when it comes to happiness, here's what we know. It's our choice. We got to get after it, right? We have a saying in the Oglesby house. It's called, I choose my happy. You and I choose our happy, right? We got to get after it. And that leads me and leads us to your mindset matters, back to the basics tip number 2. Molly, come on. What's number 2?
Man, it's another good one, Coach Dusty. Number 2 for my note takers, be intentional. Be intentional. How intentional are you about being purposeful and planning to be happy? Right? Like Dusty was just saying, are you going after it? Seriously, are you conditioning yourself, training yourself like an athlete to become a happiness hunter? Are you seeking out happiness, positivity, and growth in every situation? Now, before y'all go sideways on me, let's get real here too. This is not about denying reality. This isn't about painting a false picture. Everything's not unicorn farts and snow cones. I get it. Like Diana Kokoska taught us, right? This isn't a suggestion to put a smiley face sticker on your gas gauge and drive into the desert. That's not what this is about. Being intentional is about acknowledging reality and then choosing how you will exist within it. The good news is that the more you work on it, that's the intentional part, right? The more you work on it, the less vulnerable you'll become to that negativity. That is conditioning by design. Now, listen, as far as I can tell, scrolling through the pages, we are all human, right? Every single one of us is going to mess this up. We may default back into that victim uniform. You know what victims wear? They wear poopy pants, right? We may default into that victim uniform of poopy pants. We might throw us a pity party. It's going to happen. I've had some pity parties. I've put on the poopy pants myself during change. Yet the growth comes, my friends, when we recognize we put the pants on. We throw the party. So we've got to learn to design the ability to own the uniform we put on. Poopy pants or purpose pants. It's your choice. Pity party or production party. It's up to you. Dusty, come on.
I love it, Molly. Hey, this will I believe this will be the only call you hear in all of this that you will hear the words poopy pants. I think. I don't know. I'm just saying it may be the only one. And Molly, you're spot on because every single one of us do it. Yes or no?
Yes.
Call it whatever you want to. We all do it. Okay. Here's what we know. This is your life. This is your business. This is your legacy. You get to choose it. It is 100% up to you, right? Here's what Gary Keller says on page 23 in Shift. He writes, we are who we choose we will be. We do what we choose we will do, and we become the sum of our choices.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my question. So who are you? Who are you? Like, nobody defines that for you. You guys understand that, right? You define you. So my first question is, who are you? And then what are you going to do in 2023? Okay, everybody hear me. You cannot mindset your way to success. You have to have mindset and action. It's who you are and what you do. You guys tracking with me? Our challenge to you today is this. Don't let life happen to you. Choose to create it. Life isn't happening to you. Let's have the mindset that life is happening for you, right? We already talked that. We already know life happens. It's how are we going to respond in the middle of it? So here's what we're going to ask you to do today. Make these 3 choices of intention. Write them down. You ready? These 3 choices of intention. Number 1, show up. Show up. And someday, hey team, can I tell you? Some days that's the victory, right? Like, man, I showed up. I didn't want to. I didn't feel like it. I don't like it. Like, I got the poopy pants on and all. I'm
Here
here,
they are.
right? I showed up. And here's what I want to plead with you when you do show up. You can show up and check a box, okay? Or you can show up. Are you with me? In your life, in your business, in your relationships, right? We coach in bold, business objective, life by design. These 2 go hand in hand, right? We got to be showing up at home. We got to be showing up in business. Show up. Number 2, be present. That's an intentional choice. Be present. Okay? Don't be on your phone. Don't be distracted. Be 100% present and in the moment. Let me tell you one of the biggest ahas of my life. Molly, I haven't shared this with you yet, of being present. I've got 2 beautiful 9-year-olds at home named Caitlin and Grayson. We call them Scooby and Dooby. One night, my daughter crawled up next to me and she said, Dad, Do you want to look at my pictures on my Kindle? Guys, I didn't even know that Kindles took pictures. I had no idea. And so my daughter starts scrolling through the most random pictures you have ever seen in your life. Stuffed animals, food. I mean, you name it, there was a picture of it. And then I saw a theme. And this was the theme. Me, her dad, in the background of about 10 pictures like this.
Oh, man. Ouch.
My daughter at 4 years old, living her best life. And I'm missing it because I'm not present. Let me ask you a question today. Where do you need to be present? Where do you need to show up in your life, in your business, and for your legacy? And here's the final one. Be consistent. Time on task over time. That's where success is. Time on task over time, done consistently, right? Gary says, get comfortable with the boredom of mastery. Be consistent. Here's what we want to plead with you today. Tomorrow morning and every morning following, you get a choice when your feet hit the floor. Do you not? Okay. You can choose to have a victim mentality. You can get up and say things like, oh, crap, I'm up. Right? Okay. Or you can choose to be a person of intention that when your feet hit the floor in the morning, the world says, oh, crap, they're up. Right? I mean, which one do you want to be?
Let's go.
Okay. Which one do you want to be? Here's what we're going to challenge you to do. Get up, let the light all the way in, let your light shine in every way possible, and create your life. Be intentional.
Bro,
Molly?
Dusty, that is intentional right there. That is intentional. The attitude you choose to wear, the pants you put on, that attitude you choose to wear and adopt is up to you. And that leads us to Mindset Matters. Back to basics. Tip number 3 for your daily look at for 2023 is take responsibility for everything you can. I know that's longer, so I'm going to say it again for my note takers. Take responsibility for everything you can get your hands on. Y'all, my boldies in here, you've heard it. You get your power back by taking ownership and responsibility for the status of your situation. You realize what's within your control, and then you're honest about it. That's responsibility. Because yeah buts, blaming, excuses, watch out, friends. Those are just cheap, self-deprecating ways to take an easier path to justifying your failures. Ouch, Coach Molly. Man, I thought Coach Molly and Coach Dusty were supposed to be the nice ones. I get it, y'all. The truth hurts, yet the truth also sets you free. Here's the good news. Take a deep breath. Right? This isn't about making all the right choices all the time. The easy road is okay to take sometimes. Just don't lie to yourself about the choice you made to take it. Because that lie, the excuses, the yeah buts, they rob you of your ability to learn from it, to grow from it, and to come back better next time. Here's another fun old quote. Me and Dusty like our old-timey quotes. This one's from Aldous Huxley. He says, it's not about what happens to you. It's what you do with what happens to you, right? Because the truth of the matter is, y'all, you can choose negative thoughts. You can. However, they are incredibly impactful. In fact, they have a legitimate physical and psychological impact on not just your life, but your health and your performance and how other people are impacted by you. In fact, I want y'all to imagine, this is also from one of my favorite books. It's that little gold book of Yes Attitude from Mr. Gittimer. I want you to imagine, y'all, that I'm offering you a pill. And here are some of the side effects. I want you to decide if you would swallow this pill, because these are the side effects of negative thoughts. Y'all ready? They drain your energy, block positive thought, cause stress, cause worry, cause illness, block creative thought, cause errors, reduce productivity, cause anger, prolong painful situations, affect the way you listen to others, affect the way you communicate with others, affect the way you deal with others, and take the fun out of your life. Oh my God. Who would legitimately read those side effects and be like, yeah, I'm gonna have that pill. That sounds good. None of us would wake up and choose those results. Because, friends, the truth is, crap happens. People happen. Sometimes crappy people happen, right? These situations, these people, these environments, they're either going to break you and your mindset journey, or they will grow you and your mindset journey. And that is determined by how you choose to react and take responsibility for your DNA within it. See, Simon Sinek, he says, the common denominator in all of my failed relationships is me. When we choose to own that, when we choose to grow from that, that's when we become able to create the person who learns how to win this journey, that life by design.
Yeah, come on.
Mm.
Woo, come on. We're not done yet. We're not done yet.
We're
That was
close.
good,
We're
Molly.
winding down, brother. We're winding down. Let's put a bow on it, boo.
Hey, can I tell you one thing we all have in common, team?
Mm-hmm.
Life happens.
True.
Yes or no?
Mhm.
Anybody on the call? You ever had life happen? Anybody?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Me.
Some of you like, yep, this morning. Yep, 10 minutes ago, right? If it hadn't happened yet, can I make you a promise? It's going to happen, right? You wake up in the middle of the night, you got a sick kiddo. Ever had that? That'll flip the world upside down. You wake up in the middle of the night, you're the one that's sick. Maybe somebody wrongs you. Maybe they lied to you. Maybe you have an experience that isn't fair, right? My kids sometime in our house will say, that's not fair. And I'll say, nope, it's not. You're welcome. Right? Okay, but like this is life 101, right? Now, we all have life happen moments each and every single day. And not just that, ladies and gentlemen, we also have life happens moments that are so painful, they literally take our breath away. You had those?
Mm-hmm.
Moments that knock your legs right out from under you, and the foundation that you thought you had, you don't have. Here's what we want you to know. In the middle of the moment, everybody write that down. In the middle of the moment, you and I get a choice. Gary Keller teaches us this. He talks about it in the one thing, right? In the middle of the moment, you and I get a choice. We can be a victim or we can be accountable. Now, I'm not saying that bad things don't happen to good people. I'm saying that they do. And I'm saying, here's what you and I have control over, how we respond to it. You and I don't get to choose all our circumstances. We do get to choose how we respond to them. The difference between a high achiever and someone who doesn't achieve at the same level isn't what happens to them. It's how they respond to what happens. I live my life by an acronym, and I call it RUT ABC. If you guys will write this down, going up from top to bottom.
Like this, y'all.
Yeah, there you go. RUTABC. We're going to teach you right now what it means to really own your life, to take responsibility of you, to be accountable instead of being a victim. Here's what the R stands for. Recognize the wrong. Just acknowledge it, right? Like Molly said this earlier, like, let's be honest about being honest. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
And here's what the U stands for. Understand the pain. Okay? Hey, pain has no bias. We're all going to experience, and I want you to hear me. Your pain is no less or more than someone else's pain is pain. And we got to seek to understand it in ourselves and in the people around us. And the T stands for take responsibility. Take responsibility. Put your hand. Can I tell you one of the most attractive qualities of any human being is somebody who puts their hand up and says, that's on me. I got no excuse. I'm not gonna fill you with a bunch of fluff. That is on me, and I take 100% responsibility. And then if you want to go to the next level in RUT ABC, you be vulnerable enough to do A, which is ask for forgiveness. And we don't like that one. We don't like that one, Molly, because that means somebody could say no.
Yep.
You with me? Can I tell you something? You did your part. Okay? You did your part. You recognized the wrong. You understood the pain. You took responsibility. You asked for forgiveness. Now, here's what has to happen. Okay? Then you got to have BC. That's behavior change. You want to know how somebody really, like, you can really understand that somebody took responsibility? You'll see a behavior change. Here's what we're asking you to do today as we start to get to the end of the call. Draw the circle around yourself and take responsibility for everything inside of it.
Ooh.
Yeah. You may say that again.
Yeah.
Draw the circle around yourself and take responsibility for everything inside of it. Because let me tell you what we're really good at doing, team. We're really good at drawing the circle around everybody else. We're really good at drawing the circle around the market. We're really good at drawing the circle around the appraiser or around our seller or around our spouse or around our kids, right? We're really good at drawing the circle around everyone else and been buying our own excuses. Here's what accountable people say. This is my life. I take responsibility for who I am. I take responsibility for how I got here, and I take responsibility for where I'm going. Molly.
Oh man, I love this conversation. This conversation gives us so much power, my friends. So as we wrap this up, as we recap your mindset matters back to basics to focus on as you are creating the you that wins 2023, remember these three things. Number one, be committed. Be committed and be patient with that commitment. Let go of perfect. Learn to literally learn to celebrate simply being aware, right? Sometimes my greatest win of the day is I admit I put on my poopy pants, right? That is a win. I can grow from that win. Number one, be committed.
That's
Dusty.
right. And number two, be intentional.
Let's go.
Be intentional. And hear the language, team. Be committed. Be intentional, right? That's where it starts. That's the mindset. Then we do out of our intentionality, right? Be intentional. Refocus every day. Refocus every hour, every moment on how purpose plays a part, especially when it gets difficult. It's a renewing of your mind. Molly, number three.
Brother, especially when it's hard. I want to make sure everybody heard that last little part of be intentional. You heard, especially when it's hard, especially when you don't want to, especially when it's not fair. Those are the moments. And number three, take all the responsibility you can get your hands on. The more you can own what's happening here, the more you can own what's happening here, the more you'll be able to craft that person. Make a plan, a daily plan to ask yourself how those three things are going to show up in your day, each day, and stick to you. And we promise the you desire to become in 2023 is going to show up. They're going to show up big. So with that, that is the end of the Dusty and Molly Show, your holiday call on creating the you that will win 2023. Happy holidays to everyone. I love it. Be only legendary daily. Thank you, Pat Cardwell. That's awesome. We love each and every one of you. We do have a couple of minutes here left over. If anyone wants to come off mute, ask a question, give an aha, we'll hang out. We won't kick you off until they make us. So otherwise, class is over. And yes, it is recorded. Every single person who's registered is going to get this call. So happy holidays, everybody. We love each one of you. We'll hang on for a minute.
Molly, I just want to say, like, you are just amazing. Dusty, it's really nice to finally meet you. I had several mastery clients on this call. They're all texting me like saying, this is exactly what I needed. A few of them already ordered the book that you promoted. So thank you so much. This was amazing.
Aw, it's genuinely our privilege, our pleasure, our honor. I know I can speak for Dusty when I say that. We both been giddy about this.
Yeah. Team,
and of course we'll be at family reunion. Haley, 100%.
Yes. Anybody else, team? Well, hey, everyone.
Claudia,
Sincerely.
Thank you so much. This was so great. Really appreciate it. Happy holidays.
You're so welcome. Thank you, guys. Team, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I know from the bottom of Molly's as well. It's a gift and an honor to be able to be on a call with you today, to partner with you, to walk alongside you. If there's any way we can serve you, our answer will be yes. We will figure it out. This is the culture of who our company is. And thank you, guys. Have a blessed holiday season. Okay.
Take it all in.
Be present.
Be present.
Be intentional.
There you go.
Okay.
There
Bless
it
you
is.
guys.
Applying
Take
it.
care.
Bye, friends.
Take care. Bye-bye.
See y'all soon. Go do great things.